Okay, so the Chase Sapphire Preferred is probably one of the most talked about credit cards out there. A lot of people call it one of the best beginner travel cards, and a lot of people also say it gives some of the best value for its price. So in this video, I just want to break it down simply, talk about what's good, what's not as good, and whether it's actually worth it. And by the way, if you end up deciding this card is right for you, I'll leave my referral link down in the description below. But first, let's get into why so many people even care about this card in the first place. Right now, the Chase Sapphire Preferred comes with 75,000 bonus points. And to earn that bonus, you have to spend $5,000 in the first 3 months. And honestly, that's the part that gets most people interested right away. Because anytime people hear a bonus that big, it immediately makes them stop and look at the card. And that's really one of the biggest reasons this card gets so much attention. And now the next thing is the annual fee. This card has a $95 annual fee. So it's not free, but it's also not crazy expensive compared to a lot of other travel cards. That's why a lot of people see this card as kind of the sweet spot. It's also a reason why I bought that card. I guess got it. Not bought it. Do I buy it? I guess. Okay. It gives you more than a basic card, but it doesn't hit you with one of those huge premium annual fees either. And now let's talk about how you actually earn points with it. You can earn 5-time points on travel purchase through Chase Travel. You also get 2x points on other travel purchases. So if you travel even somewhat often, that part can add up pretty fast. But travel isn't the only category where this card is pretty strong. One of the best everyday categories on this card is dining. You'll get 3 times the points on dining, and that's a big deal because a lot of people already spend money on restaurants, takeout, and food anyway. So this is one of those categories where the value feels realistic, and you don't really have to force yourself to use it. Sometimes I feel like I have to force myself to try to use the points. Well, back then, nowadays, I don't really focus on the points as much. I just kind of remember the big ones, and yeah. Okay, so on top of that, you also get 3 times on select streaming services, and you also get 3 times on online groceries. So that gives this card a little more everyday value to it. It's not just useful when you travel, it also gives you ways to earn points during, having your normal life. It also gives you hotel credit. Now, another benefit is the $50 annual hotel credit through Trace Travel. And if you actually use that, it helps makes the annual fee a lot easier to justify. Because once you start using benefits like that, the real cost of the card feels lower. So that 95 turns into 45, basically. Okay, so another thing I looked up was that I didn't even know this. It has an anniversary bonus. The card also comes with a 10% anniversary points bonus. Doesn't look like it's the biggest feature on the card, but it's still a nice extra perk that adds a little more value over time. So it's another small reason why people like keeping the card. On top of that, this is a metal card. I almost showed you what I'm not supposed to show you. But yeah, I like this metal. It stands out compared to my other credit cards. Okay, so I'm reading a little bit more about this. It looks like the bonus points equal to 10% of the total purchase in dollars made during the previous card member year. So an example is if you spent $20,000 in annual spending, it yields an extra 2,000 bonus points. I wasn't 100% sure, so I just wanted to clarify on that myself for you guys. By the way, another quick note, I have had this channel for about 7 years now. I was looking at it through my other computer. And I realized that it's been, yeah, 8 years since I last uploaded a video, I think. And let me know down in the comments down below if you guys want me to keep making credit card videos. I just kind of wanted to try it out and see how many views I'd get again. And I kind of using like a script through ChatGPT right now. And things I don't really understand, I'm gonna go through on like Google and look it up. So like I'm using ChatGPT to read some of the things right now. And anytime I don't understand something, I'm just gonna search it up. So we're both learning at the same time, guys. It has no foreign transaction fees, and if you travel outside the country, this next part matters too. The Chase Sapphire Preferred has no foreign transaction fees, so if you use it internationally, you're not going to get hit with extra charges every time you swipe it. And that's one of the reasons people consider this a real travel credit card, and not just a regular rewards card. So when you look at the whole picture, the reason people like this card is pretty simple. It has a strong welcome bonus. It has a reasonable annual fee. It gives solid points on travel and dining. And it has enough perks to make it feel like a real step up from a basic card, which, trust me, it does feel a lot nicer than all the annual free credit cards I have. A lot nicer. Okay. One of the downsides is that this card is definitely not perfect for everyone. If you never travel, it might not be that exciting. If you hate annual fees, you might, you might not like paying the $95 a year. And if you just want something super simple, then a cashback card might honestly make more sense. So it really depends on the kind of person you are and how you spend money. And then another thing you should know is that the 5-time travel points are through Chase Travel. So if you usually like booking directly with airlines or hotels, that's something you should keep in mind. It doesn't make the card bad, it just makes it something you should actually know before you apply. Okay, so who is this card for? Um, I would say this card is probably for people who don't want to pay too much for, for a credit card. $95 for a whole year is not, it's not bad at all. You got to enter, a little more platinum level, a little more higher quality level. Um okay, it makes more sense for beginners. It also makes sense for people who spend a lot on dining, and it makes sense for people who want travel rewards without paying some huge annual fee. Um I know that there's another credit card that's, I believe, is also $95, that if you do like traveling a lot, it's probably a better option for you. Yeah, so I did look it up. This is the card I was talking about. It's the Capital One Venture card. This one only has a $95 annual fee, so if you are planning on like traveling a lot more, this is the card I'd probably recommend if you are more into traveling. Okay, so the final verdict. Do I think the Chase Sapphire Preferred is still a really strong card? I don't think it's automatically the best card for every single person, but for a lot of people, especially beginners, I do think it gives a lot of value for the price. You're getting a strong bonus, good categories, useful travel perks, and a pretty reasonable annual fee. And that's why this card is still one of the most recommended cards out there. So after watching this video, if you feel like the Chase Sapphire Preferred is the right card for you, check the link in my description before applying anywhere else. That link will let you see the current offer available through my referral link. And if you do decide to use it, it also helps support me, which I genuinely appreciate. Chase currently says Sapphire referrals can earn 15,000 points per approved friend, up to 100,000 points per year. So it really does help out. If you do think this is a good card for you, I'd really appreciate if you use that referral link. And let's see. Is there anything else I should add on about this card? Okay, and one thing that I didn't know that I just looked up, a lot of people don't realize this about the Chase Sapphire Preferred. It is that it comes with a pretty strong travel protections. For example, if your trip is delayed more than 12 hours or requires an overnight stay, you can be covered for unreimbursed expenses like meals and lodging up to $500 per covered traveler. It also includes baggage delay insurance, trip cancellation, and interruption insurance, and primary rental car coverage. I didn't know that. Anyways, that concludes my video. Um, yeah, leave a like. Let me know how you feel about it. Drop some comments down below. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video. I'd really appreciate positive things, guys. I don't really know too much about the credit card space how I used to when I was younger. But yeah, let's learn together.